My name is Christina Shepard-Decius. I'm the Executive Director for the Dearborn Downtown Development Authorities. I have a couple of our staffers here online too that are instrumental to making this happen. Jean Smith, our event manager, and Janet Bloom, our operations manager. So two of the gurus behind the scenes, as well as we have Helen Lambrix, who's going to be tweeting live too. So you can say hi to Helen if you're out there in Twitter world. So tonight, we really wanted to bring people together. We had already scheduled to do a ladies' night out for this evening, and obviously due to the circumstances in the world today, we quickly tried to figure out how can we bring this live virtually and bringing people and our businesses together. And really our goal is to provide a fun night of entertainment for all you ladies, as well as an opportunity to socialize with each other, because I know that sometimes we're all craving a little bit of face-to-face contact, even if it's via screen. And most importantly is to get everybody to get out there and support our businesses. And you can do that by buying gift cards online at this point in time, and also paying that forward. Maybe that there's somebody in your life that is a healthcare worker that you want to buy a gift card for and say thank you to. This is a great opportunity to be able to do this, as well as it's Mother's Day this weekend. So for those of you looking for ideas to give to maybe your husband or your kids, this will be a great opportunity for them as well. And for our restaurants, knowing that we have so many of our restaurants offering curbside delivery, as well as delivery services that are working really hard right now to continue to maintain some sense of normalcy in this world, and you know, hopefully add a little bit of light to your day. So we hope tonight's fun. I'm not going to talk much longer. I'm going to turn it over to Jean Smith, who will tell you a little bit more about the schedule.
Good evening, everybody. I know some of you are looking right now for the Zoom information. Obviously, if you're on here, you've already found it. But if anybody is contacting you about that, it is in the Facebook event description, as well as in a post. So for you to be able to get onto that. So this morning, this afternoon, like Christina was saying, we're so excited to have you all here joining us for the evening. Please remember, engagement is key this evening. Please post away or make comments during each of the event descriptions of the pre-recorded videos, as well as the other vendors and businesses are doing live broadcasts. We will be drawing a name, and whoever is that lucky person will win a wonderful gift certificate from some of the participating businesses. So without further ado, again, we thank Stephen Bernard for his generous contribution sponsoring this for 3 years in a row now. And so I will let Christina start that video. Thank you again, Stephen.
Did you, Jean, I'm sorry, before I move on to that, did you want to talk about who's
You're
coming?
You're very welcome.
Oh, say that again, Christina.
You want to talk about who's coming up?
Oh, yes, I'm so sorry. So Stephen Bernard is our first pre-recorded video for this evening, and he will be going through his store and showing off some of his incredible items that you can purchase gift certificates to purchase those items. After each one, we will be going through who will be coming up. After Stephen Bernard Jewelers, we will be watching a very cool video, a live presentation from Downey Brewing.
Good evening, ladies. My name is Stephen Adelson. I'm the owner of Stephen Bernard Jewelers in West Dearborn and one of the sponsors of this year's Ladies' Night Out. Unfortunately, this year we have to do it virtually. I hope it's the last time, and I hope that everybody has been safe, healthy, and keeping proper distances. With that being said, I think it's time to grab a martini, a Negroni, or a glass of rosé, and sit back and relax and see what the merchants in Dearborn, we will have chefs demonstrations and restaurant demonstrations throughout the night for everybody to take care of. It's Stephen Bernard Jewelers. My participation this year will be offering a 25% off discount on anything in the store, or you have the option to call me and purchase gift certificates in $100 increments. And with a $100 gift certificate, you receive $125 in value towards the store. And I will show you that poster throughout this presentation. Because we're doing this virtually and I'm not doing it live, I've come into the store and set up vignettes of representative items within the store. I always like to say that it's Stephen Bernard Jewelers. I offer stylish originals, either done by myself or by designers around the world, to timeless classics. So please sit back, enjoy the evening, and I'm going to take the phone now, and I'm going to take everybody on a little tour. If you wish to reach me, you can do that either on my telephone for the gift certificates, or something that you see, and the phone number is 313-562-8484, or you can email me at stephen@stephenbernardjewelers.com, all spelled out. And I believe as this is going up on Facebook Live or Zoom, you can ask questions and I can respond, or you can direct message me. So again, have a great evening, enjoy your cocktails, and enjoy the jewelry that I'm going to present. And let me take you on a tour right now as I take the phone. Thank you. What I'm going to start with is just a small selection of engagement rings and wedding bands. Everything is available either in white gold, yellow gold, or rose gold, as you can see. The price point of these items can be anywhere from $400 or $500 for a diamond band on up. Please remember that you can call me if there is something specific that you're looking for. I can pull it aside and we can discuss further the items. Like otherwise, I'm showing some fashion jewelry here, an assortment of yellow, white, and rose gold earrings, some great little pendants. These are all great gifts for Mother's Day or graduation. Please don't forget these important dates, even though we are quarantined. You can see that you've got a range, something very classic like this to something very modern with this yellow gold ring. A lot of these are done by designers. This is a collection of Seti Couture from San Francisco earrings. She uses a lot of antique rose-cut diamonds in her pieces. Here's a beautiful ring, a pair of earrings. Most of these items do have complementary or matching pieces. A couple of great yellow gold bangle bracelets worn in combination, pave set diamonds. Stacking and wearing multiples is very, very popular right now. Another assortment of some ball earrings, great for a second piercing or the initial piercing, little pave balls of diamonds. A little bit larger pave diamond, great looking pendants. You've got sapphire and emerald. Now, a lot of these pieces that you're going to see, if there are colored stones in them, colored stones can all be swapped out for your choice. Really nice, very contemporary origami styled yellow gold earrings that are hand folded on the bench. A lot of these items, there's a lot of hand labor involved, as they are very unique and they are truly hand fabricated on the bench. Here's a really nice assortment, again, of some Seti Couture diamond stack rings. They're all available in yellow, white, or rose gold. Different colored diamonds, black diamonds, white diamonds, yellow diamonds. Hoop earrings, inside, outside, in yellow gold. Certainly some watches, something with some diamond accent. Here's something a little bit more traditional in the Cartier tank style in the rectangular case. Little fancy yellow ring. And again, some rose gold with some black antique rose cut diamonds. So it gives you an idea. The next selection goes to something that's a little bit more Italian in style. It's done by a designer, the Mazza Company, and they use a lot of Venetian glass, as you can see in the rose gold piece. They do intaglio pieces here, both in pendants and in earrings. You've got a large black Venetian glass piece. Just to give you kind of an overview. Great color combinations, the blue topaz and the peridot. Some fabulous moonstone earrings. Great bangle bracelets. You've got two that are sterling silver with yellow gold, and then I placed an 18-karat yellow gold piece in between as an accent. Interesting geometric citrine. And here's some complementing earrings to the ring that I showed you earlier. Woven rose gold ring. Here's something interesting also, amethyst and pink tourmaline. So if you have traveled and you've got loose gemstones, you're not quite sure what you want to do with them, please come in, give me a call. We can sit down when things are more open in the community, and I can design something for you. Of course, diamond stud earrings are available in all different price ranges. Really nice quality, set in white gold, but they can be done in yellow if you prefer. The diamonds by the yard necklace, I can have them in multiple different total weights. They're also available in bracelets in yellow gold or white gold or rose gold. Kind of some fun twisty earrings. Colored gemstone pendants with a diamond. And again, all these items will be priced in the store anywhere from $100 on up, and I'm going to show you an assortment of those. Some colored stoned earrings. In this case, pardon the reflection, but you've got a great assortment of some items that again are going to start at about $100. Again, you can use your coupon or your 25% off on any of these. These are basically going to be stainless steel with some colored powder coat and a little bit of diamond set into sterling silver. We get into some gold pieces that'll start at about $300 to $400 in 14-karat gold pendants. The hoop earrings here, I have multiple sizes in the hoop earrings. White gold and yellow gold, some diamond pendants also. Again, to show you the special that that I'm offering, shows the breakdown on the gift certificates. You want to spend $300, you get $375 in value. You can purchase these through Mother's Day. They do not expire. The 25% off any in-stock piece of jewelry is through Mother's Day. We'll take a quick turnaround here just to give you an idea. Pearls are a classic. We've got studs, bracelets, diamond set bracelets, items that are a little bit fancier with the black Tahitian pearl, the large freshwater pearl, large South Sea pearl. And here you've got your black Tahitians with the South Sea pearl. So this is a really nice assortment of items, all different ranges. Here's another fabulous collection, which is Elisa. Elisa is done in Italy. It's sterling silver and 18-karat gold. Some have diamond accents. Some are just colored gemstone accents. It's great to mix and match these items. There's always earrings or pendants that are going to go with any of these items. Right here is probably one of the best collections, which is the Very Tip collection. If you've seen me advertise, the tips at the top are interchangeable. You do get the pearl, the black onyx, and the gold with the assortment. And from that point, you can add colored gemstones if you choose to do that. So really a good collection, worn individually, or you can stack them up as shown on this pillow or on this pillow here, which is sterling with some 18 karat gold and pave diamond sections. We're going to travel over here to another pedestal, and in this pedestal we have the Marika and the Mattioli collection. Sorry about that drop. Marika is done in Israel. It's a 14 karat gold line with a 22 karat gold finish. Great fashion pieces, very nicely priced, and it's very important when I look at a collection, I make sure that the price point is good, and I offer a quality price on the item. So they're not overpriced because there's not a huge amount of marketing that's going behind these pieces, but they're definitely quality type pieces. And again, earrings and pendants, there are bracelets. It's fabulous for everyday wear, and there's a lot more of this product that's not on display during this quick walkthrough of the store. I hope you're enjoying it. Now I'm showing you the Frida Rothman collection. Frida Rothman is probably one of the best fashion-oriented lines of jewelry on the market right now. It is sterling silver. If it's yellow, it's sterling silver with a high carat yellow gold plating on it. She does not use diamonds. She uses Swarovski crystals or gemstones to keep the price point right where you want to be if you want to put a collection together and not spend a lot of money. You can go anywhere from $70 for Frida's pieces on up to about $600-700. And again, you can use your gift certificate on any of these items. Long chains, earrings, stack bracelets, big showstopper bracelets. It's really a fabulous look. Very, very versatile. You can dress it up, you can dress it down. I highly suggest this grouping if you're looking for kind of a big look for a glitzy evening and you don't want to spend the dollars on gold. This is a fabulous look. I'm going to kind of wrap it up now with some higher end pieces. Again, I've made mention that in the store I can go anywhere from $75 on up. But here's kind of a grouping I put together of some all diamond pieces, great inside outside earrings with about 3 karat total weight of diamonds and 18 karat white gold. Gorgeous emerald, really unique cabochon pink tourmaline with the drops of freshwater pearls which can come off. Individual diamond bangle bracelets, beautiful emerald. Unique moonstone, sapphire and diamond earrings and pendant, 3 beautifully matched sapphire pieces made into a collection. Again, some other band rings. Love the pins scattered on a lady's jacket, the diamond bumblebees, the hummingbird, gorgeous. Tricolor roll ring, pave set with diamond, one-of-a-kind opal, interchanges off the chain, so the chain is separate from the pendant if you like. Pave set diamond piece, again some moonstone earrings, long Van Cleef pave necklace. The 18 karat love bracelet, of course, some diamond studs. And how about that fabulous antique reproduction diamond and ruby pendant. Again, another yellow gold piece. So as I've gone through the store, you've probably seen that there's a lot of yellow gold. It's very popular right now. It's a perfect accent to any of the white gold pieces that you've been wearing for a number of years. Most of the yellow gold is going to be universal. You can wear it all the time. If you've noticed, a lot of the yellow gold has this very strong matte finish on it. Kind of tones down the gold and also is a nice complement to any of your white gold or platinum pieces that you have. Again, the special that I'm offering is the gift certificate in $100 increments, which gives you this type of value: 100, 125, 200, 260, etc. Those are good. They can be purchased through Mother's Day. They do not expire. Or you can purchase anything in store at 25% off. So in closing, ladies, I'd like to thank you for following me on this virtual tour of my store. I would like to remind you that I am available. I've been in Dearborn for 45 years now, serving the community. Even with these uncertain times with the virus, please reach out to me if there's anything that I can do for you. I am available via my voicemail system, 313-562-8484. Direct message me from this event or email me at steven@stephenbernardjewelers.com. This was a small representation of what's in the store. Again, stylish originals to timeless classics, pieces starting at about $75 and going up from there. I hope you enjoy the rest of the evening. Please contact me. It's time for me to have my Negroni now, so enjoy the night. Thank you very much.
Thanks so much, Stephen, for that.
You're very welcome.
Just want to let everybody know there was a little bit of technical difficulty there, but I will be reposting that video in our Facebook event messages, so you can definitely rewatch that. So right now, I just want to remind everybody to please, on the Facebook Live, comment so that you can be put into a drawing to win a gift certificate from some of the wonderful participating businesses in this evening's event. Right now, we are really, really excited to move on to Downey Brewing Company, just one of Dearborn's awesome breweries. They are going to be doing a live presentation of the brewery, as well as giving you some great discounts and discussing how to pick up for their curbside. So there is a special code to do any online orderings. So again, you can see that in the event description and on the event post that is geared just towards their business. So without further ado, we would love to welcome Lynette and her husband to
son. My son.
Oh, son, sorry. Welcome, son, to the event tonight. So I'm going to mute myself and let them take the stage. Thanks again, everybody.
Okay, can you hear us okay, Jean? All right, this is Dan. Lynette's the videographer. Dan's the driver. Welcome, ladies. What we're going to start with, and I'm going to turn it over to Dan, is how to get to the brewery. Where the heck is that other brewery in Dearborn? So here we go. We are parked behind City Hall. So we're going to do a little directional and tell you about our specials while we get there. So
all right.
Take it away, Dan.
All right, here we go. What is up, ladies' night in? This is Downey Brewing Company. I'm Daniel Downey. As she just mentioned, she is Lynette Downey. This is my mother. We're going to go over to the brewery, and we'll meet Dean Downey in just a second. The reason that we're not starting at the brewery is, if you're not familiar with us, you may have no idea where we are. So this is kind of just like a reference point. Right now, we're in East Dearborn on Michigan Avenue. And if you kind of point the camera over, this is the old City Hall. So we're going to jump on Michigan Avenue, and we're going to head east. And then we'll take you to the brewery from there. So as we're passing City Hall, we're going to come up on Schaefer here, and we're going to turn right and head south on Schaefer. And then we're about a mile away from the brewery. On the way over there, we're going to share maybe a little bit of the backstory. The brewery was originally conceptualized in 2014, and then we had a last-second Kickstarter where we raised over $25,000 to get the brewery up and rolling, and then it took about 2 years to do the licensing and regulation, and we officially opened our doors in November of 2016. And now we've been open for business for about 3.5 years. We have several flagships that we'll talk about a little later on. And if you want to order anything, we've moved all of our services online for the time being. And you can go to www.downeybrewingcompany.com/deliveries. And we've got beer, wine, and cider. And yesterday we actually added merch too. So we'll have a little checkout of the store once we get to the brewery. Right now we're headed south on Schaefer here, and in a minute we're going to jump on Prospect Street, and this is where things are going to get a little hairy. You may be wondering, like, is there really a brewery over here? And the answer is yes. We're in a warehouse district way over here because the brewery was actually took off in my grandfather's old business. He had a paper dye factory. All right, we're coming up here on Prospect. We're going to turn left here. And then we're going to cruise down to the end of the block. You'll see some flags for the brewery and a little red door, but blink and you'll miss it. So as I was explaining, this building over here is owned by Dennis Downey, my grandfather and Dean's father. He had an existing business for about 30 years. And then my brother, John, and I talked him into setting up shop. And that's when we did the Kickstarter. Now, just behind this white truck here, we'll see some brewery flags and then a very friendly fellow named Emery, and he'll take us inside and we can continue the tour from there. All right, let's jump out. Okay, we have made it to the brewery. As you can see, there's just one real small red door, and as we kind of said, if you blink, you'll miss it. But once you make it here, I think you're going to fall in love. People have described it as drinking beer in a buddy's basement. It's a very relaxed atmosphere. You can come, you can hang out. It's a very interesting sort of space that we have. It's very authentic, it's a warehouse, obviously. You can see that all of this artwork is from an event that we had in the fall. These are the murals that were for the Dearborn homecoming. We've got a little yoga sign here because we actually do yogas on Sundays when the tap room's open. We'll get back to that. There's unique pieces of furniture that sort of shows up and it acts in the ambiance. We've got, friends' old couches. This is an old conference table from a friend of ours who had a law office in the Guardian building downtown that were repurposed. So if you want to have an official business meeting, we've got a new spot. We have a pool table, we've got darts, we've got plenty of room. When the tap room is open, host your event here. It's free of charge. We've done all sorts of events, birthdays, bachelor parties, chocolate shows, Hawaiian luau's, you name it, we've done it. Now we're gonna head into the brewery and we're gonna go talk to Dean. And Dean is gonna give us a talk about kind of like the process of making beer, where it starts and what it goes through. So without further ado, we'll pop over.
Hey, how's everybody today? Well, welcome to our world here. I'm Dean. I'm one of the brewers and owners and founders of the thing. Let's go this way just a little bit. So this is our brew kettle. It's a 3-barrel brew kettle. It's the heart of our brewery. So this is where most of the action will happen. When we start to brew, one of the first things we have to do is we have to heat up the water. So this is where it happens. The recipe will indicate how much water we have and what temperature we'll have. From here, once we warm up the water, we're going to move everything by a pump into this thing. It's called the mash tun. This is where we mix the grain and the water, and we let it steep for about an hour. That process, what happens is the grains will release the sugars. That's what we're looking for. Actually, that's what the yeasts are looking for. So that lasts about an hour. At that point, what we'll do is we'll take from here and go back again to our brew kettle. And right here in the brew kettle, we'll heat it up and we will boil it. And the typical brew schedule is about an hour. Inside this time, we're going to add hops and things like that, or other things to make our beer. Once that hour is done, we have to move it over to some of our fermenters. So we go from the pump to this thing here. This is this cools. So this is a cooler, and it's going to go from boiling temperature, which is 212 degrees, down to about 70 degrees. We'll push it over here into our fermenters. This happens to be our 3-barrel side. These two are our first or original 2 barrels that we had, or the 2 fermenters that we had. And we bought that, and then we upgraded to the backside there where we have 6-barrel system. Currently, we can ferment at any one time up to 30 barrels of beer. So anyways, once we get it over here in fermenting, we add our yeast. It will ferment for probably about 2 weeks, give or take, depending on the recipe, depending on a lot of different things. From there, we will actually pump it into our bright tank. So the bright tank is where we actually age it a little bit and also carbonate it.
Nice cold beer.
Yep. So so this is our walk-in cooler. It's temperature controlled. We normally keep it about 39 degrees. This is one of our bright tanks. This is a 3-barrel tank. We actually have one. We have a Hefeweizen right now, getting carbonated and aging. That'll be ready in about a week or 2. So after that, we keg it. And sometimes we keg it with inside here. These are all of our barrels. So this one here will actually do 6 half barrels, and then we hook it up. And this is where the best part is. So right now, what we're doing is we are actually filling growlers, and from the grain to the growler is probably about 3 to 4 weeks, depending on the recipe. Then follow us on our website. We are filling orders. We can deliver, or you can pick up.
Right, so the beer is coming straight out of the keg there, and as he was saying, our entire tap selection is available online. As I was talking about earlier, we do have several flagships. We have an IPA, an Irish Red, a Pilsner, a White Stout, and we have several seasonals as well. So I'll just go kind of down the tap selection and maybe explain about what each beer is. And as I said, they're all available online at www.downeybrewingcompany.com/deliveries. And if you enter code LADIES, you get 10% off. So this first one here is called the Raz. This is a raspberry rattler. It's beer mixed with fruit juice. Yang. This is a white stout. So it tastes like a stout, but it looks like a Pilsner. It's a little bit of a Jedi mind trick on that one. Black beer. This is a black IPA. So it looks like a stout, but it tastes like an IPA. Got a lot of like handcraft going on right now in our current tap selection. Shamrock is a mixture of a Pilsner, an IPA, and what's the third one? An Irish Red. So we got all sorts of stuff going in that one. Mr. IPA, this is our #1 flagship. I think that's my favorite. It's your favorite. I think it's the tap room's favorite. So if you love IPAs, you're gonna want to go after that one. Pilsner, Pils Royale. This is kind of like an essential Pilsner that you think of. Hefe Bravo is a Hefeweizen, and then the Hooligan is a classic Irish Red. It's more malty than bitter. So that kind of does it on the beer. I said we got some merch online too. Let's go have a quick look at our store over here. Now, we don't have a ton of items up and running yet, but we do have a few things. We've got these really awesome bike jerseys. We have a bicycle club. Once we're officially open and running again, we do that weekly, usually on Tuesdays. We've got some black and red t-shirts, some pretty cool hoodies, and that pretty much does it for the swag. I do want to take you and show you one more thing. It's kind of some projects that we've been working on since we weren't able to be open during this time. We've moved forward on a few other things that we've actually been wanting to do for a while. One of them is very exciting to us. We're only doing growlers right now, so you can do beer and cider out of the growler, or we do have wine. Not at the moment, but usually we do. Those are growlers only, but soon, probably within the next month or so, we're going to be doing cans. So this is actually our very first pallet of cans. The filler is on the way. The canner is on the way. We're going to get our labels going, and then 4 or 5 weeks, cans will be up and running. And then what is very unique about this room right now, it doesn't normally look like this, but we're setting up to paint the ceiling. And then this entire warehouse space, we're going to be able to use as event space. So, it's kind of just like a blank slate. Imagine the possibilities that you can do in here. We've had comedy shows, bike shows. And before we let you go, I'm going to grab the camera, and then I'm going to let Lynette just do a farewell and sign off.
Hi,
ladies, I just want to again thank you for all your support during this time when the tap room shut down. We're happy to bring you some beer, and as Dan mentioned, it's just DowneyBrewingCompany.com. Don't forget to enter the code ladies, 10% off, as well as the items from the store are also 10% off. And again, we just can't thank you enough for the support we've received from our regulars and our Dean's Listers. Thank you very much.
Hey, thanks, Lynette. I just wanted to say, Christina here, that was awesome. So fun to see. And just a reminder to our businesses who are each presenting, just put in the chat room your specials and your email or your web addresses too. Just as a reminder, I do have it all the way up at the very top for those who have joined us. There is a full list of all the web addresses. But just as we're going through, it'd be good as you just do some reminders. Thanks.
Okay. Bye from the guys.
Thanks so much from that awesome crew at Downey Brewing Company. That was just awesome. Your place is just so super cool. But we need to keep moving on here. We are getting ready now to show you a really cool video of a recipe from Shish. They are a East Dearborn restaurant. Oh, I think we need to get them muted, Christina. So without further ado, we are going to move forward into the video. Again, just a reminder, if you, because of a little bit of difficulties we're having with Facebook Live right now, please, in the chat section in the Zoom presentation, you can direct the message to just me by typing in my name, Jean Smith, and then we will put your name in the drawing. So without further ado, Christina will now start the video for a super yummy recipe from local restaurant Shish.
About a pound of chicken, and then we got over here, okay, you can make it any way you want, you can use any meat you want. I want to walk through everything as my father cooks it, so let's go ahead and get into it. All right, I'm going to walk through what the recipe is and what ingredients we're going to need. We have chicken breast has been sliced up and diced up a little bit. It's about a pound of chicken, and then we got over here all of your ingredients. We're gonna walk through and put them in and mix them for the sauce. And then we got some fresh mushrooms here, which Chef Ali is gonna go ahead and slice them up. Just be careful when using a knife.
Uh-oh.
All right, right here we got 1 tablespoon of garlic. We have a wood garlic. If you don't have wood garlic, you can dice up some garlic cloves. 2 or 3 should do the job. And over here we're gonna add a teaspoon of lemon juice and a half a teaspoon of vinegar, red wine vinegar. Okay. And then up next, we have the oregano. Quarter teaspoon of oregano. And then we got a quarter teaspoon of 7 spice. And then a quarter teaspoon of sumac. Wouldn't be a Mediterranean dish without some sumac.
Black pepper.
Quarter teaspoon of black pepper.
And curry and curcum.
We got quarter teaspoon of turmeric and a quarter teaspoon of curry. And then last but not least, quarter teaspoon of coriander.
And cumin.
And cumin, sorry.
Okay.
We're gonna whisk that up. I'm using a little fork here.
Okay. Right now, you have 1 tablespoon oil.
This is the oil. Make sure your
Or some.
We're gonna put on medium heat and let that heat up. All right, when you got your pan at medium heat, you have your oil, your vegetable oil, add it to the pan, and then we're gonna go ahead and add the tablespoon of the whipped garlic. Now, if you don't have whipped, try a teaspoon of the whipped garlic, and then if you do not have a teaspoon of this, you could also dice some cloves of garlic, and it'll do the same thing. So let that sizzle up. I'm gonna go ahead and mix it around, clean it out, and as soon as it starts to get a little bit of a darker color, and it's finally roasting, we're then gonna go ahead and add the chicken to it. As you can see, they're cut up nice and small. And again, you can use any type of meat. You can use lamb, you can use beef, you can use shrimp, salmon, whichever one you like. But I'm just picking chicken because everybody likes chicken. We're going to turn up the heat a little bit on this. And then you do not want to cook it all the way through yet. We're still going to cook it through with some mushrooms on top of that. So once you see the little pieces of chicken turn white, it should be good enough. Now we're going to go ahead and add our mushrooms that we sliced up. I think we used about those are pretty big mushrooms, about 4 or 5. Alright, so you want to make sure that your mushrooms cook through. Alright, so we're going to add a little topping to it. And this is some cilantro. This is going to be a finishing touch to the dish. As you can see, it's finally getting a little bit brown. You can see the chicken already getting cooked all the way through. So we're going to go ahead and add our sauce that we made. I guess I was wrong when I added cilantro. Right now, the finishing touch. Sauce. And then all we're going to do is just toss it in. Then you're going to want to add some salt to taste. And there you go. That's your chicken and mushrooms. Also, you can be a little more creative with it. You can add your green peppers. You can add tomatoes. You can add onions, carrots, make it a stir fry. And it's pretty much, this is the main dish. That's it. It's as simple as that. And we're going to go ahead and put on a dish. It's a very simple dish you can share with your family. Very fun to cook. Very easy, very simple. I hope you guys liked it. Thank you everybody for tuning in a bit on it. And we're going to say bye for my father, Chef Bob.
Okay.
Well, thank you from Shish. That was a super yummy recipe. I'm definitely going to try that one in the kitchen. And just a reminder, we will be posting that video on the Facebook event page. So if you came in midway through the video or missed it, we will be posting it. So we are really excited now. We keep getting more and more people joining in, so make sure you don't forget, due to the difficulties we're having on the Facebook live streaming, you can private message me here in the chat section with your email address, and be sure to make some comments to be entered into that drawing to win a gift certificate from the participating businesses. So right now we're going to move into Moose's Martini Pub, and Al and his fellow owner, co-owner, are going to have a couple of their baristas, or not baristas, I'm sorry, mixologists, do one of their most popular martinis, a pomegranate. So we will welcome them into the live stream now. And everybody say hi to Ariel from Moose's Martini Pub.
Hi guys. So I'm from Moose's Martini Pub, and we're super excited to have you guys. We miss you all. We can't wait for everything to get back and going. But in the meantime, I'm going to show you guys how to make a pomegranate martini, which is one of our favorite martinis to make. So the first ingredient is the 3 olives pomegranate, and you do about a 2 to 3 count. Then you'll do about a 2 to 3 count of the Pomme liqueur, and about a 3 to 4 count of Stoli raspberry. I've got some fresh squeezed lime juice right here. I'm just going to put a little bit in, and then I'm going to shake it. And pour it into the martini glass. Voila. We also wanted to do a really quick green tea shot, as this is one of our favorites for our regulars. So we're also going to do Jameson, just like a 1 to 2 count of that. about a 1 to 2 count of peach schnapps, and then a splash of lemonade. And you shake it up real good. And there you go, you've got your green tea shot. That's all we've got. Oh, also wanted to let you guys know, oops, sorry.
I was going to remind you, make sure you tell everybody what your specials are and how to get them.
Yeah, exactly. So we are doing 10% off gift cards. And we're also doing 10% off of these awesome shirts, which we have in black and gray. So if you're interested, just give us a call and we can get that set up for you.
Thanks so much, Ariel. We appreciate you guys. And I am definitely looking forward to stopping in there and getting some martinis this summer.
We cannot wait to make them for you guys.
Okay. Well, tell everybody there we said thanks, and we miss you guys too.
Sounds good. We miss you all.
Take care.
Thank you.
Well, thanks again to Moose's Martini Pub for sharing that recipe with us. Now we have a little bit of secret ingredients now. So we are going to, again, just remind you to make sure you are messaging me privately in the chat with your email address so you can be entered into the drawing to win a gift certificate to one of the participating businesses. So now we will be moving on to Common Grace Coffee Company, and they have generously taken some time out to do a pre-recorded video of how to do a pour over. So everybody, welcome Tyler from Common Grace Coffee Company.
I'm sorry. I keep forgetting to pull myself off of mute before I start these videos. There we go.
Hello ladies, my name is Tyler. I'm with Common Grace Coffee, and today we're going to be showing you how to do a Hario V16 pour over to make all your coffee needs. Some of the tools we're going to be using today are a favorite white Common Grace coffee with a Bonavita gooseneck kettle. This is a temperature controlled one. It holds, I like to do my coffee around 90 degrees Celsius or about 195 degrees Fahrenheit. The gooseneck just helps me direct the water where I want it to go. Of course, we're going to need some kind of brew method. This one is the Margo V60. Also, I have today my scale. This scale has a timer on it. The scale itself does grams. This is going to help me measure out my coffee today. This is going to help me make sure that my time for my brew is going to be optimal. Today, we're going to be using a beautiful coffee, a Columbia Timbata. This is a wash process coffee. It has beautiful notes. It's a light to medium roasted coffee. The notes are about lemongrassy, herby, and it's very caramelly on the mouthfeel. Today, I also ground it fresh just before I started this video. This is a Hario V60 hand grinder, and we sell them on the website. Today I'll be grinding like about consistency of kosher salt. This is going to allow me to get the best flavor out of my coffee. The grind of your coffee is going to make a huge difference. Also, of course, we have our specialty V60 filters. So what I'm going to do to start is, of course, grab one of my filters. I'm not going to start my brew there, though. I want to rinse that filter out. Start by pouring just to saturate the filter here. Make sure to dump this water before starting your brew. So after you are all set, your filter is rinsed, everything's all set and ready to go, you're ready to add your coffee. And today we're going to be doing a 1 to 15 ratio, which means for every gram of coffee, we're going to be adding 15 grams of water. So our recipe is 24 grams of coffee in, and we're going to be aiming for about 360 grams of coffee out. And what we're gonna do now is something called the bloom. We're gonna be adding about double the water to grams of coffee that we have to just saturate the grounds and let some of the gases from roast escape. Once I do that, we'll do a little spin just to make sure everything is getting extracted. And some of the bubbles you're seeing pop out are those gases from roasts. I want those bubbles to escape as soon as possible. Allowing these bubbles to escape gives you a more even extraction and brew, and is just going to make a better cup of coffee. This bloom time is going to be about 30 to 45 seconds. I'm going to be doing a 30-second today. Next, I'm going to add about 100 grams of water for each one of my pours. But I'm going to do it nice and slowly, treating the bed like it was like my baby, because it is my baby. Next thing I'm going to explain is your grinding. If you guys did do your grinding at home, a really important thing to keep in mind is if you're grinding too fine or too coarse, you want to have the perfect grind. So if your grind is too coarse, you're going to want to, and it's sour and weak and just not pleasant, you're going to want to fine up your grind. And if your grind, or if your coffee is bitter, a little bit on the heavier side, you're going to want to coarse up that grind. I'm aiming for about a 3-minute brew time. This kind of just gives me a good representation that I used a good grind. When your grind is good and your cup finishes in about 3 minutes, it's just a nice happy medium. If your brew is going about 5 minutes, 6 minutes, you might have a little bit of a problem. Or if it's finishing at about 2 minutes, that might be another problem too. So as we are finishing up the brew here, I'm going to help you maybe help you pick out the most optimal coffee for you. Why do I pick certain coffees? I picked this Columbia Tamana today because it's a single origin coffee. It's going to bring out very distinct flavors that you really can't get through blends of multiple coffees. Single origins tend to be the most sought after coffees. So we finished our brew here, and she is looking very, very nice. And of course, the best part about Brome coffee is enjoying it. Happy ladies night, guys. Check out our website, commongrace.co. We are doing 10% off everything for you guys. Just use coupon code LADIESNIGHT at checkout, and you can get anything you see here if you want it at your house. Enjoy, guys. Happy Ladies Night.
Thanks to Common Grace for taking the time out there to put that video together. And please be sure to check out their online store at their website. And they are offering 10% off of all online purchases. So be sure to reference Ladies Night events, Ladies Night in event. And without taking up any more time, we are going to welcome Z the cook at her culinary studio this evening to do a live presentation. She is going to be showing everybody how to make some super yummy, cheesy spring roll-ups. And if time allows, she will also be showing us how to make to color cake batter and to make some super cool Earth Day cupcakes. Earth-looking cupcakes. So please, everybody, welcome Z, and she has encouraged everybody in the chat to ask questions and to join in. So please feel free to do that, and let's move on. Welcome, Z.
Thank you. Thanks, guys, for having me. Hi. All right, awesome. So a lot, I actually just had a customer. Go ahead, go give him the thing. You don't have to. Take it with you. Take it with you and come back. So most of you don't recognize me with these glasses on, but due to quarantine, my eye doctor is closed, and we can't even see our own eye doctor. Isn't that crazy? I hope you guys are staying safe, and I hope everyone is healthy, and I'm really looking forward to reuniting in person. So in the meantime, today I really just wanted to show you around the studio, show you our cooking studio, so I can tell you a little bit more about what we do. So at our studio, we do a lot of culinary classes, baking events, team building events for companies where the employees can come together and cook a meal and enjoy a meal. So as you can tell, I was probably one of the first, well, I was one of the first businesses that had to shut down, being that we bring people together in a fun environment. So I have here the cooking tables right over here, and my station is right over here. Just wanted to kind of show you that. Perfect. Just give him a 20 back. And then right here we have like a break room. I hope everyone can hear me. If you can, yes, Jean, perfect. So in this room right here, if you've never been here, we have like a kind of like a recess room when we're not cooking or eating. We're usually in here hanging out, just catching up, doing some fun things. We also do kids programs and teens programs. So we do culinary camps, baking camps, and in addition to the cooking and baking, of course, a lot of leadership workshops and etiquette, and you know, a lot of fun, right? Arts and crafts is a big one. So then we have our kitchen, which is very much like a house kitchen, because we want any of our students who come here to really feel like they're at home. We want to give them that feeling that if they can do something at Zeta Cook, they can also do it at home without feeling intimidated that they were using some kind of commercial equipment that they might not have at home. So this is our studio. And like Jean said, I want to demonstrate something which is really delicious, gluten-free, fun to make with your family, and really therapeutic. So that is our really yummy spring rolls. They're right over here, just in time for spring, and they're called the cheesy spring rolls. You can fill these up with anything really, any ingredients that you love. I'm gonna give you a combination of ingredients that really taste very delicious together. They can be baked or fried. Me personally, I love them fried. It's like a little weakness of mine, just like French fries. But of course, if you're trying to stay as healthy as possible and you don't wanna fry anything, you would basically brush it with some extra virgin olive oil and bake for like 6 minutes on 425. But we're definitely gonna go through that. In addition to that, I really wanted to share these really cute, like earth-looking cupcakes. They're really fun to make with your kids at home or your grandkids. And it's a great way to talk about the environment, do some kind of fun lesson plan, and then go to the kitchen to start baking something together. And they're really colorful, they're really fun to do. And so we'll start with the spring rolls. So the first step, let me just make sure, if anyone has any questions, of course, go ahead and unmute and just like give it to me, talk to me, whatever you want to tell me, okay? So the first thing, I want to take a picture of this. This is the spring roll pastry that we use. It's called shahia, and again, it is gluten-free. It's really great for any kind of pastry purposes, no preservatives. There's 20 sheets in here. And I usually freeze it. I put it in the freezer and I take it out like 5 minutes, I would say 5 to 10 minutes before I need to use it. So you can actually take it out and just put it on your counter and it will defrost right away, like immediately within 5 to 10 minutes.
That's a touchdown right off the bat.
What is it, Jackie?
I'll jump in. That's a touchdown right off the bat because I have no spring roll,
This is perfect.
spinach pastry for spinach pie, nothing. That's wonderful. Thank you.
Awesome. Yay.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's perfect. So here, one more time. This is one of my favorites. I've used many different kinds. All right, cool. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this laptop down so you guys can see. Put some gloves on and get this opened up. I want to demonstrate too, like what kind of, what's going to seal this together, because what happens with spring rolls is once you roll it up, if you don't seal it appropriately, it'll open up if you're frying it, or it'll just like open up while you're baking them. So I want to tell you like my technique that I use. Everyone does it a little bit differently, but this is basically my way. So I opened it up, all the sheets are right over here, and you would very carefully lift the paper and release it up, and it's very, very soft. So what's gonna happen with these spring roll papers is if you let it out for too long, it's gonna get very hard. You won't be able to use it. So I'm actually going to leave it in here until I'm ready to use the next one. And I'm just gonna give it just close it up. It doesn't matter if a little bit of air goes in, but if a lot of air goes in, it'll get too hard to work with. So right now, once it got defrosted, it's really nice and soft. I have a lot to cover, so I'm gonna go a little fast with my talking, okay? So soft right over here. I'm gonna put it like in a diamond shape. So it's right here in a diamond shape. The ingredients I'm gonna be using today are parsley, right over here, some nice fresh chopped up parsley. I'm also going to be using some shredded mozzarella. This is shredded mozzarella fresh. I love it from GFS. The brand there is really yummy. I also get this Spanish cheese, which you could also find this Spanish cheese at the same location. So any Middle Eastern market in the area, you'll find that spring roll the spring roll sheets. You can also find, of course, the mozzarella. Everything you need could be at the same store, basically. I usually go to Greenland or Papaya, support local businesses. So I grab the spring rolls and then the Spanish cheese. Spanish cheese, basically, I'm gonna open it up. It comes in a big block like this. And I'm just going to use a shredder right over here and really freshly go ahead and start shredding this up. And once I do that, just wanna like make sure my computer can get all of this. So once I start doing this, you can also put this whole block in a processor if you like, and the food processor will always also do a good job at taking care of that for you. So in regards to how much mozzarella cheese and how much Spanish cheese and how much parsley you want to put, you want to always make sure that it's an equal amount, but the parsley should not be overbearing because parsley has like a strong flavor in itself. So I always like to mix like a little bit of everything together. So right now I'm gonna start with this parsley. I'm gonna add the Spanish cheese right inside here. And then I'm gonna go ahead and grab that mozzarella that I told you guys about right over here. Now look at the difference in the colors. You could see that the Spanish cheese is a lot whiter, a lot whiter, whereas the mozzarella is a more of like a yellow tone to it. And then we have our parsley right here. So I'm gonna mix this all together, 3 ingredients, mix them all together. And now my filling is ready for me to start filling up my spring rolls. So nice and fresh, so yummy. Kids love it, adults love it. I think most people who love cheese will love this. Again, you could also do a veggie roll or meat roll, whatever you like. All right, so I'm gonna get this cheese out of the way. All right, so here we go. We have our paper, spring roll paper. I need to get my paste ready. There's a paste I'm going to be making, and that requires basic flour. And you grab a spoon, just throw that flour right inside of a bowl, like this, right here. There's the flour. And all you're going to do is add some water to the flour and keep stirring until it's pretty pasty, okay? You don't want it to be too liquidy. You don't want it to be too thick. Just a nice soft paste, just like any glue that you would use when you're doing any arts and crafts. So right here, we got our glue. Everyone's with me so far, I hope. All right. So now to me, this is perfect. So I'm gonna go ahead and put it next to my filling side by side. And now I'm ready to rock and roll, right? So I'm gonna go ahead and get this filling right here in the center. Okay, don't overfill it because you don't want it to be too big. It's gonna take a lot longer to cook. You want it to be nice and simple and just, they're more delicious when they're just like that perfect size. You'll get the hang of it. But anyhow, here is my triangle. You could start it over here, closer to your body, where you could like roll up and in, and then tuck that in, and then roll upwards, just like that. And you're gonna wanna keep tucking in that spring roll so it's really, nothing sticking out, nothing's going to prevent it from, or nothing's going to cause it to open up. So right here, I wanted to show everyone where I put the glue. The flour and water glue kind of came here at the end. You can put as much as you like. It does not affect the flavor, by the way. So if you are wondering, it does not affect the flavor in any way. And you just seal it right up, and now it's ready. Now, if you're not ready to cook it right away, what I do is I make a whole bunch of these. I make like 40 of them at one time. And then I get a large size 1 gallon Ziploc bag and just fill it up with your spring rolls and freeze them. You freeze them until you need them. So let's say you have some guests over and you just need about 6 of them, right? You just literally grab the 6 that you need and put the rest back in the freezer for later use. So this is always a great appetizer to do if you don't want to run out of time the day that you're inviting people over, or it saves you cooking time for later. So it's just like a one-time prep. So here's this right here. I'm gonna do another one, just one more time, just to show you.
Z?
Yes?
So you use gluten-free pastry, but then you put flour in it. So now I can no longer eat that. What else can I use?
Yes, you're right, you're right. So what you could do in that case, you could also use some warm water, and as long as the pastry paper is very soft, it will seal with a nice like warm water, and it'll be sticky, because as you know, water is sticky, so it will stick together. For me personally, like with my experience, I've always found that flour does seal it better. But for those who don't have any kind of gluten allergy, yes, you could definitely use some warm water.
So Red Mills makes a great plain old gluten-free flour that I use to bake with, and I use for banana bread, and it behaves like everything else. So just, and I, you know, it's a national brand. It's a national brand, just plain old flour. Don't look for navy bean or rice or anything else. Is Red Mills gluten-free, and Z has taught me so much because at age blah 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 I've started cooking because I'm in quarantine.
You're the best, Jackie. I'm so proud of you.
Jackie, you are an incredible cook. I've had your quiche. Thank you.
Thank you so much. You're the best. All right, so I'm gonna go right here. You guys are awesome. So I'm gonna go back right over here this way. Again, now earlier I put that closer to me and I rolled up. So what you could also do is put it right in the center, and you can roll over and then tuck this part up and then start rolling forward until you seal it together. So the reason I really chose this for today is because I feel like it's something really fun that the family can sit around the table and do together. You guys can shred the cheese together, chop the parsley together, mix it up, and it's like a team effort. It's a lot of fun. You can even make a competition out of it to where you can tell each family member, let's see who can roll the most spring rolls correctly, of course, without ripping them, in 10 minutes, and then see, you know, how everyone does. It's competitive and it's fun to do. Again, they're right over here. So what I'm gonna do right now is go ahead and put this in the Ziploc bag. While I explain my next demonstration, I'm going to be warming up some oil on the stove just so I can show you how well they fry and then how cheesy they are when you split them apart. And again, if you want to take notes about the baking portion of it, baking is 425 degrees and for about 3 minutes, and then you can turn it over to the other side for another 3 minutes. And when you open up the cheese spring roll, it'll be very delicious and cheesy, and it's always best to eat right away, immediately, because again, it is cheese and you want to eat it while it's nice and warm. All right, so that's over. Yep, go ahead and my daughter's here helping me, so this is awesome. Yep, just put it on high heat. All right, so back to these great cupcakes right here, which are fun to make with the family. You would start off with a vanilla cake batter, white or vanilla cake batter. Starts off just like this. As you know, with food coloring, it's a lot of fun to use food coloring because you could use it for so many different purposes. It's edible, it's beautiful, and you can make everything look so much prettier. So right here, I had my bowl of green batter and blue. Just by adding some of this batter to each bowl and then dropping in the food coloring. And as you know, with kids, they're all about colors. So we as Zita Cook love, love, love using the food coloring to color frosting, to color batter, to color any kind of ingredient that's really gonna, you know, make our activities fun, more fun and more engaged. You know, kids get more engaged when things are creative, and science plays a big role in this as well. Now, with the food coloring, if you put too much of it, it's going to make your, whatever you're eating, bitter. So you want to be careful how much you put. A lot of times people don't know. They put so much food coloring and ends up ruining the dish. You only need a little bit. A little bit goes a long way. So right here, I'm just gonna go ahead and show you just how many drops it takes to make that beautiful blue, bright blue color that we brought out in our cupcakes earlier. So, and you know the kids, they love to crack the eggs, they love to whisk the batter. So I put 3 drops in here. So only 3 drops, and you give it, you keep stirring, make it really nice and beautiful. And I truly feel like when you do this kind of activity, you're not, like, it's not boring, you know? It brings up conversation with the kids and the family. It brings up creativity. They might come up with their own idea of what they would like to do. I just thought of like the earth right now and everything we're going through with the corona virus. And I thought that these earth cupcakes would be such a fun idea to just talk about the earth and how we can make it a better place to live in. And then with the green right here, again, just the amount I put probably only needs 2 drops in there. And then again, you're gonna mix that up really well, stir it really well. Nice and pretty, okay? And then when you're filling up your cupcake tray, you don't wanna put an even amount of both colors. You wanna put a little bit more of, let's say, the blue, or a little bit more of the green. Right? So in this case, I'm going to put a little bit more of the blue, because if you put an even amount, they're not gonna come out looking like the globe. They're gonna end up being like overlapping each other, like blue on the bottom, green on the top. So always remember, the design on top is gonna be what rises in the oven. So right now, I'm just gonna go ahead and scoop up that beautiful blue color and pour it right in till you're like halfway there. And then a little bit of green, not as much as the blue. Boom, right there, and stop. And then that's it. You would just go ahead and put a little bit of both and throw those in the oven for as long as your recipe calls for, 350. I put mine for just 15 minutes. And then we have our yummy buttercream frosting, which the recipe will be shared with you on the in the chat room. And right over here, you're just going to have your family members participate by, you know, squeezing from the top and using your wrist to kind of make that design. And then I also wanted to use a little bit of this blue and green sprinkles on top of my buttercream, right over here. And then, you know, you just have fun with it. And now everyone's happy. They learned something new and they get to have a cool treat. You could always use some cupcake toppers, like the one right over here, and just throw it right on top. We love the earth. We're gonna take care of the earth, environment friendly. So yeah, this is right here. So that's fun. I'm gonna go ahead and take you over to the kitchen to show you how these cheese rolls will fry. I'm frying using some vegetable oil, some corn oil, and I'm using a small wok that I love. And you just turn the fan on a little bit and some light. I'm gonna grab the spring rolls that I actually froze prior to this. So again, I'm gonna show you a bag, for example, when I don't need all the spring rolls at one time. Here's the bag right over here. And I'm just going to take out what I need and put the rest back in the freezer. I was supposed to be in an apron, so don't mind me. By the way, I am selling Zita Cook aprons for anyone who would love to wear a Zita Cook apron and represent Zita Cook, hey Jackie, in their kitchens. And those aprons are $30 and they're amazing. They have pockets for your cell phone, pockets for any of your, you know, personal belongings. So while you're running around the kitchen or the house, you have your stuff on hand. And they have our cool logo on there. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and show you really quick, drop this right in, and then split it open so you could see how yummy. Okay, so let me hold this up right here. You just drop them right in, like this. And just like French fries, they'll start frying, And you could just like give it a little bit of time. It doesn't take as long as French fries. It actually takes like maybe 4 minutes or less, sometimes 2 minutes, because after you fry the first batch, the second batch is much quicker than the first one. And again, we have our 2 cheeses mixed together, the Spanish cheese, the mozzarella, the parsley. You could also add whatever ingredients you like. When it comes to vegetables, like a vegetable spring roll, what I like to do is cook it first. So I cook the veggies on their own in a skillet and I season and spice them. And then I fill up the spring roll, because when you fry it, it's not gonna cook those raw veggies. You have to cook them ahead of time, then fill up your spring roll, then freeze them, and then bake them or fry them. So as you can see, we're only a minute in and they're starting to change color. Come closer. Starting to change color right in there. Again, if you're not into frying, you can bake for sure. And I always line up a plate with some paper towel. So let me grab that and then show you just how yummy it looks. If anyone has any questions in the meantime about Z the Cook, about the business, about our programs, just let me know. I'm really praying that I understand things will never go back to normal again, but we are already starting to come up with some strategies along with some of our partners on what we could do to still make this a success here. I love working with people and I love working with food and helping others, so it's not something that I'm going to give up that easily, you know? Let's see, yeah.
Are you selling aprons for kids or adults only?
I'm selling aprons for both kids and adults, and if you want to show them the kids aprons over there, they're so cute. And the kids aprons are 20 and the adult aprons are 30. So we're also on Instagram Live sharing. So some people are asking questions there. All right, I'm gonna show you guys what they look like. Here we go. So I allowed them to go cook a little bit more than usual, but here we go. Nice golden color. Turned off my fryer. A nice beautiful golden color right over here. And I don't have that much of a sensitivity to heat. I love to eat my food really, really hot. If it's supposed to be hot, like soup, it has to be very hot. Or like coffee, it has to be very hot. For the spring rolls as well, if everyone can see this, you just open it and nice and cheesy.
Hey Z, so we have a couple of questions. So the aprons are available by purchasing how? On your website or?
So our website is strictly services, and our anything that anyone wants to buy, like for example, if you want to buy a gift card, it's customized. So you would basically reach out to me. The number is 313-414-2301. You could text me to request an apron. You could text me to request a gift card. You could also call me to make any kind of special order. Like we do healthy meal preps on the go. So today all morning we were working on our healthy meals. We're also working on selling these awesome gift baskets, which are Z the Cook aprons, along with baking utensils. We have a whisk in here and a stirring spoon. We have some frosting and funfetti cupcakes, chocolate to make it easier for the kids at home, sprinkles, some cupcake paper. Get this, not me.
And repeat your phone number just one more time.
Yeah, and one more time, 313-414-2301. And we have these awesome boxes. These are going to be sold really soon. We're just finalizing some of the details, but these boxes right here are like secret Z the Cook boxes, like secret arts and crafts. So there's some for boys, there's some for girls, and there's some for both that I feel would really make my students and their families happy, something fun they can do together at home. And it's just a surprise in a box. So that's a lot of fun. That will be announced very soon on my social media pages. So if you guys can please follow me at Instagram, Facebook, just to be updated on all the changes that are coming here. It's honestly so hard to plan ahead in this type of industry because every day, as you guys know, things are changing rapidly And I'm doing my best to keep up with the changes, keep up with the governor's orders. And of course, the law is above all. And that's something that we're going to continue to follow through with, and then do our best to, you know, still execute this amazing program here at Z the Cook. Yeah, we have a question?
Yeah, how much are the gift baskets?
That's going to be announced on social media. Please stay tuned and, you know, continue to monitor our social media. We are going to be announcing that very soon. We're just finalizing some details in there.
Thank you so much, Z.
Guys,
and for everybody, you can definitely see, connect with Z on Facebook in our description in the event. And also we will, Z, you will be able to give us a recipe so we can share that on Facebook?
Definitely, definitely. You got
okay,
it.
Great.
And guys, hashtag Z the Cook so I can see your amazing work. I would love to see your work.
And we're also getting asked if you could send, you can just email me, Z, a couple pictures so that we can share that on Facebook as well. We would love to.
Of course. Thank you, Jean. Thank
Awesome.
you.
Thank you, hon.
All right.
All right. Well, I don't know about everybody here, but I am like so crazy hungry right now. And she, oh my God. But we do have to move on. We are already at 6:34. So we're going to move on and let's welcome Dearborn Brewing. And so they're going to give us a tour. Please be sure to check in the description for how to order online and a special discount code just for Dearborn Ladies Night In participants. So again, be sure to share your email address to me privately in the chat room. And let's go, Dearborn Brewing.
Hi guys, I'm Sheila here with Dearborn Brewing. And I'm excited to do our first ladies night on the Zoom. So just to give you a little background of where we are in West Dearborn between LA Bistro and Nickel Ski Shop. And we have actually been here for, it will be 5 years in August. So we're hoping we will be back to normal and have our 5-year anniversary party and be able to get everybody back here. So we are actually offering curbside pickup and delivery right now. And it's been a little bit crazy, but you know, we're winging it. You can actually, you can get fabulous seltzers in cans. You can pick, we have 8 flavors that you can choose from. You can either have single flavors per can, or you can select any 2 flavors. One of our popular ones is a pomegranate blackberry. And then we also have, our white wine, and we have our red wine. It's a Pinot Grigio and a Pinot Noir, which is very popular. And then you can also choose from any of our current 8 taps that we have. You can either get them as, you know, in the cans, or you can get them in the growlers. If we are doing deliveries where you can do a growler exchange if you have a Dearborn Brewing growler. And how that works is just let us know that you have a growler and leave it on your porch, and we will fill a growler here, bring it, and take it to your porch, set it down, and then bring it back. Or if you don't have a Dearborn Brewing growler for curbside pickup, you can get one of our brand new growlers, which is a clear one this time. Also, our deliveries are anywhere from Monday through Saturday. We are here doing curbside pickup between 5 o'clock and 8 o'clock. And then on Saturdays, it's 2 to 6. And then on the deliveries, make sure you order before 5 o'clock, and then it's the same day delivery. And we are delivering in Dearborn, Dearborn Heights, Allen Park, Taylor, and Melvindale. And that is within a 7-mile radius of the brewery. And what else can we talk about today?
Can I jump in, Sheila? Can I jump in on your, it's Jackie Lovejoy. Can I jump in on your Zoom?
Yes.
Do you mind? So if you don't know, the press release went out in March, and unfortunately we had to postpone Chamber Choice, which was lucky Friday the 13th, and we've rescheduled a new date to September 11th. But if you didn't know, because I think it's public knowledge, but we want to hold the suspense and have a great event in September with any luck at all. And so we'd like to thank and congratulate Sheila and John, because they are our Startup Business of the Year. We take nominations. The committee analyzes all the boy, are we flooded with nominations. And just congratulations. I know you partner with the Glass Academy behind you for your mug club. And you and Downey Brewing really answered the challenge this last summer, because we pulled all the liquor licenses for Fridays nights, which are not going to happen. Yeah, Friday nights. Thank you. I have my COVID wine glass here. But great job. And you can talk about it a little, but we're going to have our event in September, and we're going to have media there. So I just wanted to let everybody know.
Thank you, Jackie.
Congratulations.
And thank you. And I'm glad you mentioned the Glass Academy and our mugs. If you guys see in the background, these beautiful mugs hanging up, these are all of our Mug Club members. We have close to 300 Mug Club members now. And I see Renee's on the Zoom. She's one of our wonderful Mug Club members. And for up close and personal, this is one of our mugs. You can design them, and we are selling our memberships online as well as all of our merchandise you can find online. And that our online web store is dearbornbrewing.square.site. And one of the things, because we did start a little bit later today, we are going to run our special for the ladies through tomorrow. So if you didn't get a chance to order today, make sure you can, order tomorrow and use the code DB, it's capital D, capital B, ladies, for a 10% off of our wonderful wine, our seltzer, and our beer cans to go. So I'd like to thank everybody for supporting us during this trying time, and we hope to be able to get back to business come June 1st. Or somewhere around. Hopefully, let's cross our fingers.
Thank you so much, John and Sheila. I cannot wait to be able to come back in. I have one of your old growlers, and I love the new one, and I want one. I need to get one of Downey's too. I collect growlers, so that's super cool. So again, thank you so much. And everybody, just a reminder, you can see Dearborn Brewing's discount code and their special in the event about section, as well as in their post in the discussion section. So be sure to check them out and get your orders in.
And I will also put it in the group. And Renee was actually showcasing one of our t-shirts.
Oh, yay! Okay, that's awesome. Thank you guys so much. So we are so excited to welcome our next awesome Dearborn business, Blick Art Material. Matt is going to be doing a little demonstration, and this event is kind of a fun one. It's a drink and draw. So if you don't have a beverage yet, go get it. Welcome, Matt.
Hi, thank you. Thanks for having me. It's great to see all these businesses from Dearborn. Everybody's very awesome, and like Downey, Dearborn Brewery, everybody's really great. Z's part was amazing. And so today we're going to do a drink and draw, which we actually had our first drink and draw event at Downey Brewery. Not too long before we had the coronavirus, and what it was basically just having fun, having a beverage and drawing. And so before I start doing the demo, I just want to let you guys know I'm at my home studio right now, but we do have curbside pickup now from Monday through Friday from 11 to 4. And you guys can give us a call, or if you go onto our Instagram, there's a link in the bio to create a wish list, which will be sent to the store so that we can actually do the shopping for you. And so it's a good way for us to do, you know, anything that you guys need. So today, all we're going to do is challenge with technology here and see if we can make this work. But basically, I wanted you guys to be able to do a drawing with stuff that you may have at home. And so with just a piece of paper and a mug and a pen, you may be able to create your own little doodle drawing. So I like working in squares, and so when working in squares, it's always good to find your center point, and if you draw from the corners of the square, it's very easy to find your center point. And so it's very difficult to do, but here we are. And so once we get our center point going, everybody has a mug around. And the beauty of the mug is that usually there's 2 different sizes, and we got a nice little Michigan mug here for you. So you could do a small circle with the bottom part of the mug. And then with the larger side of the mug, you get a second circle. And then within the circles, I say we just doodle. And so I think during this time, doodling's a lot of fun because it's just non-responsive. You're just kind of enjoying yourself. You just make kind of whatever shape you want. And that's why it's also good to have these kind of segments, right? So I have like a couple different circles. I have a few different areas where I can make some designs. So maybe here, like I'm going to be a little more hard-edged and do some triangles. And then maybe here I'll do some circles. And then maybe here I'll just do lines. And then maybe here I'll do some waves. And then, you know, wherever else we go, we can start to use some different kinds of materials and extend out maybe. And like Bob Ross would say, there's only happy little accidents, so we can just kind of play and do whatever we want. Make ourselves have a good time and a happy time. But each little segment can be slightly different. So here's one I was working on a little earlier. You know, you can kind of make a checker pattern.
I'm not going to show mine now. Never mind.
Oh, you could show what? Nobody's wrong in drawing.
Or I will. Thank you.
But yeah, you know, so there's always it's always fun to play with different materials. Like sometimes, like I was doing pencil and marker, but you know, maybe putting a bigger marker somewhere to kind of have a bolder area. And we can make a little X here. You know, and then you just kind of keep having fun. And maybe some of this could be shaded in. Oh yeah, and you can get some crowns going. Colors is always fun. But I always like to rotate. So if one section maybe in one area of the drawing is light, like this section's dark on the bottom section here, So maybe on this one, I'll do the top section so that you can have a little bit of a variety. But almost like a rhythm, right?
Oh my gosh, I had no idea I was so competitive. Hang on. I found the colored pencils. Hang on.
See, I like black and white personally, but that's just me. Everybody's different. Everybody should have their own joys and all their own loves. But you know, I always like doing a little fun kind of. But you know, this is like if you ever, and I know that some of you did, were in class and you were bored, you were doodling, and some of that doodles are fun, and you know, it's always enjoyable to kind of play around, be creative, you know, just take the pressure off yourself a little bit in your daily life. You know, think about something a little bit differently is always good, and that's what art's great for. And you know, it's always about no pressure and just kind of having fun. But I do know that we're kind of pressing time a little bit, so I don't want to spend too much. Oh, looky there! Of course, now I can't figure out how to switch my camera back around.
No,
so
don't worry. This is not great. Don't worry.
But regardless, I'm very happy to talk with all you guys. And please, if you ever have any questions about art, all our associates are artists. We're always happy to help. And yeah, please feel free to reach out, talk with us. We're available at Blick Dearborn at dickblick.com, as well as we have a website that's www.dickblick.com. Yeah, we would love to hear from you guys, and we love to, oh, I figured it out. And I would love to be able to help you guys with any art projects or anything that you may need.
You guys have done a great job showcasing my photography. I have portfolios from you from way before I joined the chamber in 2013. So thanks.
Oh, great. Yeah, the crazy thing about Blick Dearborn is that has been an art supply store since the 1960s on that very corner. It had multiple different owners, but you know, that has been a driving force for creative arts in Dearborn for a long time. So please, hopefully soon we'll be able to open up and you guys will be able to come visit us. And my last comment is, you know, I have a pretty great quarantine beard going on, so you know.
Well, good thing for you, full beards are really in style right now, so you're looking good, Matt.
Yeah,
thank you so much
but thank you for having me.
Oh, it's our pleasure. Thank you so much for participating. Everyone, be sure to check in the comments. I challenged everybody to do one of Matt's very creative art pieces. And if you do it and post your picture of it in the Facebook event page, you'll get a second entry into the drawing. So challenge is on all. So without further ado, let's move on to our next Ladies Night In participant. And let's say hi to Katie from Green Brain Comics. Welcome, Katie.
Hello, can you guys hear me? Okay, thumbs up. Hey everybody, my name is Katie Merritt and I am co-owner of Green Brain Comics in East Downtown Dearborn. The other co-owner is my husband and business partner, Dan, who's floating around here somewhere. I have been working in Dearborn selling comics for 31 years. And Green Brain Comics was purchased from a previous comic shop called Comics Plus that opened 35 years ago here in Dearborn. Speaking of Matt's history of the art supply store, we've been selling comics in Dearborn, practically right across the street from Blick Art Supply. Sorry, when I started working here, it was still called Blick. And that was in 1985. So we're having our 35th anniversary of selling comics in Dearborn in about 2 weeks. 2 weeks from tomorrow. It'll be 35 years exactly. And we're hoping to be able to celebrate that milestone sometime later this year when we are able to open back up. So I just wanted to give everybody a quick tour of the store and show you what we do here. I'm gonna try to move this around, so bear with me and keep y'all behind me. Okay, so let's go around the store. Obviously, since we sell comic books, we have a lot of Marvel and DC, and I'm sure that everybody is familiar with Marvel superheroes with all the big movies that come out. We have all kinds of stuff from Marvel. Oh, I just realized that it's all backwards from being the forward-facing camera. Like Matt, I'm not going to be able to figure it out in time to make it worthwhile, but just know that we have all of those superheroes that are out in the movies on the shelves in book form. So we have Captain America and Civil War and Avengers, Fantastic Four, X-Men, all that cool stuff. So if you're a superhero fan, we can definitely hook you up. We also have all the DC superhero comics, and that is Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, Green Arrow, Green Lantern, all those cool superheroes. If you're a superhero fan or know someone who is, we have all that cool stuff. And just to also mention the ladies' night. Oh, Jackie Lovejoy says, Rick and Morty, yes. We even have Rick and Morty comics.
Because I'm not really immersed in any particular world. I dive in and out sporadically, but Rick and Morty are hysterical. Yes.
They are. In fact, Dan and I just watched a random past episode last night that I hadn't even seen before. So we picked a random one in it, and it was great that it was new to me. So that show is fun. It's crazy, but it's fun. Our Ladies Night Special is going to be, or is, 20% off any purchase over $25. And we don't have an online discount code, but if you call, email, Facebook message, post on our Facebook group, and hashtag Dearborn Ladies Night, that we will make sure that we apply that discount to anything you want in the store. And our most of our inventory is on our web store at greenbraincomics.com. So you can shop most of our store there. And if there's something that you want and that you see, give us a call, tell us you want the ladies' night discount, and we will hook you up. So also going deeper into the store here, we have a really big YA and kids section, including lots of manga. Manga is still pretty popular, mostly in the YA group, but there's manga for all ages, young kids and adults alike. If you're unfamiliar with what manga is just the Japanese word for comics. So they're basically comics that were originally published in Japan. They have been making comics for almost as long as America has, and it's hugely popular Japanese comics. They're translated into English, so you can still read them. Moving on to our YA section, we got lots of cool stuff here, a lot of properties. We had Star Wars, Star Trek, what else we got over here? Power Rangers, Transformers, Archie, all kinds of cool stuff. And we have a really, really cool kids section here too. Lots of kids comics for all ages, a lot of cool fun things, a lot of things targeted at young readers, a lot of really cool things over here. And just because it's YA or kids doesn't mean only kids can read it. We have a lot of fans of YA material that are adults, and because there's quality art and stories in all of these books. We got also reprint material from comic strips from way back. Nancy is a really fun one there. Some art books. And then just like I showed you over on the Marvel rack, we have lots of other comic books that come out in single issues. Normally, when we're not having a pandemic, we get about 100 new comic titles every week. That has been on hold during the shutdown. But as you can see along this wall, we have lots and lots of new comics. We specialize in new comics and graphic novels here. So the pandemic hit us pretty hard when all of our shipments stopped. So we haven't gotten a lot of new stuff to sell, but everything is still new if you've never been here before. How's that? On this wall is a lot of other cool things. horror comics, crime, suspense, just action, some non-Marvel Marvel or DC superheroes, so if you're into that. But also, we have a lot of graphic novels, and these are all self-contained stories in one book. They read like a novel with pictures. They're pretty fun. Some are serious. We have fiction and nonfiction, so we have a really cool, a really good display of biographies and historical books. Some of these are my favorites. I love biographies. Look at that. Elvis, David Bowie, I think they share a birthday. We have a book about astronauts. This is a book about the history of the first female astronauts, which is really cool. And the author who writes books about scientists as his career is local to Michigan and lives in Ann Arbor. He's a great guy. He writes a lot of really cool books about scientists. To focus on the ladies, for ladies' night, we got some books here that are either about famous women or created by women. So these are all biographies of famous women. I'm going to try to also switch my camera here because it keeps wanting to spin. I guess I just got to get behind it. There we go. Biographies about women, and this is just a small sampling. And then also books written by women that have been turned into comics. Yeah, that doesn't work. Like The Handmaid's Tale. So that's a pretty popular book and TV show series that is now a graphic novel, so you can read it with the pictures. It's kind of like reading the book and watching the show at the same time. Well, I can't see the chat while I'm doing live. Does anyone have any questions or, oh, maybe you're so, that's not a question.
Yeah, repeat again, Katie, like how people can maybe pick up some novels right now, because obviously we still have a little more time in quarantine.
Sure. So like many other small businesses, we are now open for curbside pickup, and we are open Wednesdays and Saturdays from 12 to 6 for curbside pickup. And you can place your order by phone while we're here during that 12 to 6 window. You can email us, you can Facebook message us, or you can shop our website, again, greenbraincomics.com. And you can even place your order on the website, and then when we get here, we'll see the order and we'll package it up. Or you can just use that as a place to shop our inventory and then email us or message us and say, these are the books I saw on your website, this is what I want, let me know when I can come and pick it up. You can call, we can run your credit card over the phone, and then we're doing contactless curbside pickup, so you can just pull up into the alley. We have a table set out where we can set the books on so we can, you know, stay 6 feet apart. We're doing our best to keep everybody safe, us included, and then fingers crossed with the governor's projected opening that we will be opening soon as the governor says that we can. I thought that date was the 15th. So we are also gonna start getting new shipments in starting on the 20th. Whether we're able to open or not, and then we will just continue the curbside pickup, but we will have brand new material for all those comic fans that have been waiting for 2 months between new items.
All right. Thanks, Dan and Katie. So excited to see you guys again. I miss you, Katie. I do. But we are at 7 o'clock. We're running a little over, but that's okay because we're all having fun, and hopefully most of us have some beverages to help us along. So let's spend a little bit more time together. We have 2 more awesome Dearborn businesses to visit with. The next great business we're going to be welcoming is Great Escape Spa. And then after that, we are going to move into the Glass Academy, where they're actually doing their own live Facebook event. So let's welcome Kim and Tiffany from the Great Escape Spa. Welcome, ladies.
Hi, I want to welcome everyone watching tonight to the Great Escape Spa and Boutique. We have been in Dearborn for 20 years. We've been in this location for 13 years. We have been focusing more on our boutique items and things like that because there's really a lot of shopping has gone away in Dearborn. So what I'd like to do is have you follow me into our first unit where we have expanded into our boutique. We are located at 22266 Michigan Avenue. We are in the same building with Stephen Bernard and the Himalayan Flames. This is our clothing part of our boutique. where we offer a lot of different clothing items. We carry Jess and Jane, we carry the Dex line, we carry the Dog is Good line for those animal lovers out there. We have a lot of Michigan products. We have things that are one size, we have plus size. We carry a lot of fun purses, nice gift, you know, boutique type items, things you're not going to see every day when you're out shopping. We have jewelry and quite a few other things. So now we don't have a lot of time, so we're going to move you upstairs because we do have a lot to show you. So we're going to go upstairs into where the spa is located. You're actually entering a building that was built in the 1800s. So some of you might remember it as Gagnon furniture or Xerox furniture. If you look at the stairs, there's not normally puzzles on our stairs, but this is where you head up to get your massages and your facials. But these are our puzzles, Michigan product. The gentleman in Michigan was Michigan Rocks, great guy. These puzzles are beautiful to frame and done with them. So here are some more of our items. We have a lot of items for men. It's always hard to find that guy a gift, but remember Father's Day is coming up too in June. We have items for those essential workers. Maybe you have a daughter who's a nurse or something, you want to kind of brighten her day, and here's something to say you're thinking about her or someone else. We have hand sanitizers here that are essential oils. Again, we have a lot of jewelry. We have some novelty items for the sports lovers. Another Michigan-made product here too is our gourmet mixes. We just mix them with sour cream and mayonnaise and things like that. We also carry the Kit Kat clock. I don't know if anybody remembers those from Grandma's house way back in the day, but there they are. They're still around, built in the 1940s. This product here is called Save the Girls. These are purses that you put your phone inside and everything is accessed from the screen. Of course, I'm a little slow at it, but anyway, this is the inside. Your phone is inside here, and everything is touch screen. So you can go right onto your Facebook page. You can get out of there. You can answer your phone, and it is always a crossbody. Carries a lot. They started around.
It won't break your shoulder. Very good.
That's very nice, and it does carry a lot. Now mine is a 1.5 years old, and it's packed. So they do hold a lot, even some readers that are on top of my head. Anyway, okay, so keep coming, follow us this way. This is our second room here. Inside the spa, we have a lot more gift items. We have gifts for kids. We have our chalkboards, those are new. We did go to the gift shows right before all this happened, so we do have a lot of new items that a lot of our clients haven't seen and a lot of the customers haven't seen. So we have the chalkboards. This is Kitchen Dog, which is great for people with dogs and they don't want the bowls on the floor. You can vacuum underneath it.
The purses start at
$29.99.
$29.99. We will post them online on our Facebook with all the different types and prices for you.
We carry some children's books for the grandkids or your kids, and that, again, a lot of jewelry. We have a little section over here that is pretty much a clearance section, but we do have all our clothes are 20 to 50% off right now. Due to the COVID, we've had to kind of let a few things go just for the fact that we need to change things over. We do have a lot of Mother's Day gifts. We have gift certificates available for pickup. We can mail them to you. The mail is running a little slow, just so you know, but we can do curbside pickup right outside the spa. You don't even have to come in here. We can take it right to the parking lot for you. Again, we're really starting to carry a lot of Michigan products. These are catnip for your dog and catnip for your cat. The catnip for your dog is like if your dog has issues with fireworks and thunderstorms, car rides, things like that. You put it right in with their food and they digest it and they're great with it. We have a lot of cards. We carry Avanti cards. We carry the Rendale line, which is out of England. It's very pretty. We have
Human Safe.
Cute little books. Nice little Mother's Day gift. And I know our moms and our grandmas still like to write notes, so we have these cute little note cards where you can send a little note to someone instead of going online all the time. But a lot of people like that. We carry Shala purses, and some of their proceeds goes toward animal abuse, and they donate some of their proceeds back. The Save the Girl Purses also donates 10% of their proceeds to breast cancer. Her sister had breast cancer, and that's how she came up with the line. So we do have some foot cozies, again, books. We carry a lot of pet lover items and things like that. The room back here, we're remodeling it a little bit. This is usually where people sit and wait for services and that. Because of COVID, we had to take the couch out, so we put chairs in instead, so people are social distancing, which it's going to be hard for me here at the spa because we definitely like to hug. So, but we do miss everyone. We're very thankful to have the opportunity to do this little chat with you, and hopefully for those who don't know about us, Tiffany needs to say something. Hold on.
Okay, so we have gift certificates available. Let me see if I can switch this camera. Okay, so gift certificates are available. You can go online and request them on Facebook, or you can call us. We can send them to you, but because mail is running slow, we recommend that you do the pickup, which is right out the door. Super easy. We bring it right out to you. We can do credit card over the phone, or you can do cash in person. Our gift certificates are certificates. They're not cards, so we have to do it that way. When you come to the spa, you have to park in the back. So if you GPS us, you have to park in the back. So don't forget that. And then all May, we are offering all of our specials on Facebook for Ladies Night. Just Facebook message or call and tell us what you're interested in, and you will get the sale. We will be doing new pictures daily.
Tiffany, say your phone number so we can type it in the message chat.
313-792-1750. So there's that. And then we are going to be here Tuesday through Friday from 12 to 4 until we can reopen, which I hope is soon, because I miss everybody.
I miss everybody too. I miss all of our customers. They've been so supportive over the years. To think that, you know, in 2008, everything was like crazy, scary, and everything else, it kind of makes you feel that way. But you know what? We can get through it. We're tough. We got a lot of people who support us and love us, and we love you guys. And again, thank you for allowing us to do this chat.
Yeah, and thanks to all the people who are participating. It's been a great night so far. I'm hungry and thirsty. So I think that's pretty much it from us. If you have any questions, you can Facebook message us on the Grayscape Spa Dearborn, or the boutique at the Grayscape Spa Dearborn. They're both on Facebook. We are on Instagram. We're working on that, still getting used to it. But again, you can call us. We'd love to hear and talk to people. We don't get to do that very often, so.
But give me your phone number one more time.
313-792-1750.
Right. Okay. Thank you so much, Kim. It's so nice to see you again. And Tiffany, it's great to meet you. We've been talking on the phone. So thank you again. And be sure, everybody, if you haven't dropped me your email into the chat, be sure to do that. You can private message me so it's not out there. But moving right along, we are welcoming our last, but certainly not least, participant this evening. Let's say hello to Michelle at the Glass Academy. She's also put in, we'll put in her link and her stuff as well. So hi, Michelle, how are you? Thank you for being patient.
Yeah. Hi, everyone. Jean, will you give us a thumbs up if you can hear us? Okay, we've got some background. Hi, Jackie. Hi, everyone else. Christina, we've got some background noise, but we're going to roll with it. So just, if you can't hear, you can just watch. So this is Chris Nordine. We're the owners of the Glass Academy. We are in isolation, right? And we are all, our family's blowing glass. So it's kind of fun. We've got our son, Jacob here, who's also a glass blower. So I'm going to let them get started on making a glass rose, and I'm going to narrate it as we go along. So they're going to get started. I'm going to turn the camera so you can see what they're doing. You're done. You're good. I've tested it. We're going to be making a glass rose. Oh, so the top is purple with clear. It's got a clear stem and these green leaves on it. So it's a really beautiful rose. It goes really fast. So don't blink or you'll miss it. Chris is coming from the furnace. He's got some hot glass on the end of that pipe, and he's gonna dip it into some color. And this rose on the inside has purple and clear on top. So this is the first layer, and it's purple glass. Jake's gonna assist him as they're making this, and he'll show us the color up close. So it's like sugar, but it's not. It's glass that's crushed up small, and when you stick it to the surface, it melts in. So on the bench, Chris has a variety of tools. This is one that's going to make the next pattern. The glass is taken in layers, so if you use cooking analogies, it kind of helps you understand how to build it up. So walking across the studio, if you've never been here before, we're at 25331 Trowbridge in Dearborn. We're on the west end by Gully. If you go to the Racquetball Club, we're right down the street. Home Depot's around the corner from us. Our facility, we have classes and we sell our products online because we're not open yet, only for curbside. So taking the hot glass, he's added another layer, and that's why it's bright orange. So he's pinching the glass and making the rose. So this is just the top of the rose that he just made. So any of the things that you see here, we also do a Facebook Live twice a week, Tuesdays and Friday nights from 6 to 8 p.m. And that's a way to get real up close and personal. Because this is on Zoom, we're keeping it a little slightly back, but we'll bring the items forward. So there's the hot glass, it's right in my face. I can feel the heat. The bright orange is only because it's hot, it will cool off. And when it cools off, it's gonna be this same purple. So now Jake's gonna babysit it. Whoever knew you could babysit glass. But he's just keeping this warm, and he'll move on to add this to Chris's flour, and together the finished product will look like this. So we have these on our website, glassacademy.com. This is our Mother's Day special this week only. You can buy this product with curbside pickup. We are available Friday and Saturday from 12 to 4 for curbside pickup this week. Now this car kind of goes fast a little. Let's scooch you up. He's making the stem. The stem is clear glass, and he's using these shears to squeeze in and pinch the glass. It makes these sharp edges. Now they will smooth out. They make these like bumps on the stem, like a real rose, but they're not sharp to the touch now. These guys have made a few of the roses together, so they know just the steps to make. This is the head of the rose that Jake has, and he's gonna knock it off on this bench. Chris will pick it up and stick it to his hot glass. When glass is hot, it's very sticky. So he's allowing it to stretch now, and that's the length of the rose. Blowing on it a little bit because it's kind of hot. He's stretching it to the perfect length. Now I want to say that Chris makes this look really easy, but he's been doing it a long time. It takes a lot of practice. Sheila at Dearborn Brewery, she knows all about this. Dearborn Brewery carries our glass mugs. And there's the rose. It still is needing some leaves. So those glass leaves that you see on this one, those are a separate piece of glass that's added. And Jake is gonna dip it in green right now and bring Chris the leaves. Now I'm kind of in the way, so I'm gonna scoot you over. We're standing slightly behind Chris now. You don't want to see the glass? And these are the leaves. So 1 leaf, 2 leaf, and there's a special tool. It's called a leaf tool. This is an Italian tool that came from Murano, Italy that we purchased. many years ago when we traveled there. The whole piece needs to be evened out in heat right now, so he's gonna flash it and bring it back and do a nice close-up. So here's a finished one that was made the other day. They're on special this week, curbside pickup only, $52. And he's gonna come and show you one that's nice and hot. And those leaves, when they cool off, they will be green in color. But right now they're hot. You can even see it's flopping a little bit. So it's got some character to it, and Chris can allow it to have a little bit of natural movement. There's no reason why it needs to be stiff. It's just gonna have a soft little flex to it like your flowers would. The next step is to cool the glass, and that will take place overnight. So all the items that we've made today while we're working here, our family of 4, has been placed in a cooling oven, and they will cool off overnight. So I wasn't reading the questions. If you guys, or the comments, if you have comments, please post them. Next is actually this way. They're gonna break the rose off the pipe. Lou, could you move the torch? And they're gonna use this torch so that the bottom can get this little engraving we do. It's a GA symbol on the bottom. That means it came from the Glass Academy. We brand all our products, so when you have them as keepsakes, you know exactly where they came from. And the final step is that cooling oven. So you can see it takes a little bit of teamwork here. Jake's got the rose, and then he's gonna walk it over to an annealing oven and cool it off slowly overnight.
It's like a well-orchestrated dance.
It is, it is. It took a little bit to figure out the cart and wheel around, but we're getting it.
That's awesome, Michelle. Chris, thank you guys so much for allowing our incredible group of patrons that joined us this evening to watch you guys do that. And I don't know if anybody watching realizes, but Chris Dean is the artist that we have several, I believe, your sculptures in downtown Dearborn area. Is that correct, Chris?
Well, actually, I contributed to them, but they are my brother's sculptures as well. They're, the Detroit Design Center, Eric and Israel.
Okay, well, you guys are awesome. And again, Michelle, Chris, thank you. And your whole family, your team there, thank you again for letting us be a part of that amazing process. So that wraps up all of our live and pre-recorded activities for the evening. But I do just want to let everybody know that Brome Modern Eatery really wanted to be a part of this evening. However, due to some circumstances and some people not feeling that great, they were unable to get Zane, their executive chef, to create a cooking demo for us. So, but their special is for every $20 gift card you purchase, you'll receive an additional $5. So $20 gets you 25, and at Brome, oh my gosh, it's worth every penny. Super yummy food. So for anybody that's interested in that, you can reach out to me if you want, and then I will direct you to their team. Christina, you want to take it over from here and let people chat away if they'd like to?
So I just have a recap of all of the participating businesses and their web addresses. That you can find those at the top, very top of the thread when we opened up the Zoom chat room, but also here on screen, which will be a part of this presentation for everybody as well. Making sure everybody can see my screen, hopefully. And I will zoom out just real quick for a view. Computer's a little slow, so been finding trying to get onto a variety of things here is a little bit more challenging than we anticipated. So, but it's been fun. I want to thank again Stephen Bernard for sponsoring this event and really always coming in and supporting Ladies Night, as well as a lot of other things throughout the year for downtown Dearborn. So he has always been, a long-standing business, but a longstanding supporter of the community, all of the businesses who participated here today. So much deserve our support and our love to be able to make it through this time. I don't think anyone really truly understands the pain that we go through every single day seeing what our businesses are enduring at this point. And we appreciate everybody for being on this call, and get out there, make some purchases, support our local businesses, share the love, spread it to others. And be well, be safe. We have a lot more that we'll probably be doing over these next couple of weeks as we go, but check in both with all of our partners as we go through this time in our lives. And I hope to see everybody in person soon, and maybe donning a mask, but that's okay. We'll make it happen.
And I just wanted to let everybody know, I just put my direct email into the chat. So if there anybody that's interested in a Brome gift card, please feel free to email me directly, and I will send your information over to that great team over at Brome. And again, as Christina already said, thank you so much, Stephen, for participating and sponsoring the event. You are a great member of the community, as well as, like Christina said, all the businesses here. And to all of our community members, thank you so much for taking a couple hours out of your days, busy, right? And joining us here on our Ladies Night In event. It was an awesome experience. However, I am looking forward to actually being back on the ground in downtown Dearborn for Ladies Night next year. Woohoo!
Great pleasure to be able to give back to the community and do this. My pleasure.
Thank you, Stephen.
Yeah, and if there's any other comments or questions.
Thank you, Stephen.
You're very welcome. My pleasure. Thank you. And thank everybody for participating. I think for throwing this together, putting this together virtually was a great opportunity to show what Dearborn has to offer. And things can only get better from this point forward. That's the way to think about it. We'll all be back hopefully soon, seeing, hugging, and talking to people in person. Right, Jackie?
It's so hard being muted. Yes, absolutely. Muting and hugging are exclusive in my world.
Yeah, and if there's any other questions or thoughts or comments from the rest of the group, we still have a pretty good sized group out there. So just want to open it up.
Yeah, and despite some of our technological difficulties, we are thinking about maybe doing this again. So keep posted on our Facebook event page or Facebook page, Downtown Dearborn. We've got lots of stuff coming up, and be sure to keep posted for all the other events. Farmers Market will be coming this summer, a little bit delayed, and we are hoping and planning on continuing the movies in the park. So check out Downtown Dearborn Facebook page. And if you would like to receive our email, we send out a bi-weekly e-blast with all kinds of great information that's happening, going on in downtown Dearborn. You can message us, and we will definitely be glad to get you onto that e-blast list.
I just want to say thank you for putting this together. This really, I miss shopping with everyone, and it gave us an opportunity to get together and see everybody. So thank you for doing this. You kept us busy tonight, and anyways, if anybody is on Morley Street, do a drive-by. Between Morley and I'm sorry, where do I live? Between
Brady.
Oakwood and Brady. Yeah, do a drive-by.
Honk and wave.
Honk and wave at Renee, our great membership director.
It's so nice to see everyone. When I go out, I don't even know who you are. Get the mask on. I'm like, who are you? So.
I saw the mayor yesterday. He looks hale and hearty, doing well, big smile. Yeah.
Right.
Thank you, guys. I'm gonna tear off and eat. But
Was that a Zoom bomber initially at the beginning?
It was.
Yeah, Zoom bomber.
Yeah, that was unbelievable.
Yeah, and I was trying.
They find them. They find the sites.
Yeah. Well, for everybody who's still on there, I will be posting the videos of both All Stephen Bernard, Common Grace, and Shish, and we will be putting Z's recipes out there, so
Great.
You'll be able to recap it.
Yeah, great. Yeah.
Thank you, guys.
And this video will be reposted. We're going to see if we can make a quick edit to the section, Stephen, for your section, to make sure that that is just a more consistent run, as well as eliminating some of the write over that happened. So
Yeah, I have the original video, so we can do that. It won't be a problem.
well, I have it all, but we can stitch it. I can probably have Octane stitch it for us.
Okay, cool.
Yep.
Hey, you all did an amazing job. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, are we peacing out, everybody?
Looks like it. Get out there and shop virtually, everyone, and we'll see you soon on the streets, hopefully.
Thanks, everybody. Thumbs up for
Sounds
downtown
good.
Dearborn.
Everybody soon.
Yeah, bye, Stephen.
Bye-bye. Thank you.